This is the Quicksilver Show.
With Dominique the Diva. Very special guest with us today.
He didn't want to say who it was, but she was trying to spill the beans before he walked in.
And because I'm excited for him, congratulations on PTSD, Herbo.
Thank you. What's up,
bro?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the city.
For sure.
Now, of course, you're from Chicago, so you're used to the cold. It's not even cold here now.
He ain't got no coat on, y'all.
Like, where's your coat at, man?
Yeah, on the hoodie, man. That's because I just got straight in the truck, came right here.
Yeah, I feel you.
I usually do bundle up. I ain't trying to get cold.
As a person who just beat the flu, trust me, bundle up, man. Don't let this cold weather fool you. You'll be sick before you know
the flu because you ran up on Chicago like it was D.C.
See, Diva
You ran
actually
up on Chicago like D.C., man. You can't run up on it like that.
I start getting sick after All-Star Weekend.
Because you need a Chicago coat.
No, it was different. I definitely bought a bigger coat in Chicago. I had a fur on in Chicago.
Everything.
I was super bundled up.
So it makes all the sense. But of course, like you said, your album PTSD doing amazing numbers right now, man.
Congratulations.
Explain the name of the album, and of course you putting this whole American flag on there as well. Explain the concept behind that.
The concept behind PTSD was really me embracing the fact that I've had PTSD for years, for pretty much more than half of my life almost, and didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't recognize that we suffer from this mental illness because we so immune to the stuff that we go through on a day-to-day basis and desensitized by it. You know what I'm saying? So that was why I really wanted to spread awareness to that. That was the significance of the album, of the title, like really around post-traumatic stress disorder. Like that's the main focus. You know,
you use the word "had" like you don't have it anymore. Are you still battling right now?
No, it was. I definitely still suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder on a day-to-day basis, but I said "had" because at the point where it was at its highest, when I was really in the streets and suffering from this on a day-to-day, where it really affected everything I did, I didn't even know about it. I wasn't even aware of it.
Gotcha.
Now that I'm aware of it, I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, do and see things a little differently. So when I say "had," it was really like when it was a serious issue. It's not like the biggest issue in my life right now.
I think it's dope that you're just 24 years old and you are bold enough and self-aware enough to even talk about this, to even have this as the title of your album, and just to, you know, at a time where it's so important to talk about mental health. And, you know, a lot of people like to say, oh, y'all youngins, y'all always, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all crazy.
Y'all crazy, or y'all just want to, you know, listen to this rap, that rappity rap that got you doing stuff. But you made a good point one time. It's a lot of people that listen to all types of music and they don't decide.
They don't do it.
They don't do
nothing of the stuff they listen to. It's about choices you make. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really call people crazy because the stuff we up against crazy. Some of my friends, like, not even my friends, like some of my homies' little cousins been witnessing death, experiencing death since they've been 3-4 years old. You know what that do to them mentally? That's crazy. That'll make you want to do some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really call people crazy. I just, you gotta look at their circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the music, it's the lifestyle that influenced even the music. When I was doing music and the drill wave and all that stuff, we was just embracing our truth, bro. That's why we had guns in our videos, because we had to carry guns on our person everywhere we went. We didn't put the guns down when the cameras was off. It was our life. And maybe we just got it out there the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't the man that I am now where I could talk about it and embrace it a certain way, you know, but it was just us speaking our truth, you know?
If you're just tuning into the show, of course, we're talking to Herbo right now, the album PTSD. You got a lot of tracks on the album. I've been listening to the album the last couple of days. One song I want to talk about is Feelings. Feelings, you really became, I don't want to use the word vulnerable, but you really expressed.
Vulnerable, for sure.
You really opened up about, of course, your past relationship with your child's mom. And just listening to that song, you said how you were doing a lot of drugs, trying to cope with the fact that you were hurting because she wasn't allowing you to be the dad that you want to be. Speak on that a little bit.
A lot of times we use self-medication as like that escape from a lot of our problems, and I'm no stranger to that. I was addicted to drugs when I was 15, 16 years old.
Right.
And I tried to stop plenty of times. I stopped plenty of times, but just I felt like at the moment sometimes me dealing with my problems head on is better than self-medicating and stuff like that, because I still couldn't run from those situations. My son only 1 year old. He ain't
so
even
cute.
in his teens yet.
Right.
Thank you. So I felt like even doing that, a lot of times it was, you know, like being a guy, being a male, especially being in the street, masculine, you really like, we hide our feelings. We don't really want to embrace when you going through something like, that's my son, mom. You know, I was invested in her all the way, you know, so it's like a lot of times when stuff go bad, you would just look at it like, oh, it is what it is, but it really ain't, because my best mental state, her best mental state is in the best interest of my son. You know what I'm saying?
And how's that going right now with the co-parenting?
It's going good. It's going good. Everything going good is better, but it was because it's going good because I feel like I made that step as a man to stand in front of my problems and not run from them, not self-medicate and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I did used to get high just to stop from maybe lashing out, maybe saying the wrong thing to her. You know what I'm saying? But it really just came a time of me really growing up and saying, even if I do got to say something to her, say it. Don't run from it, because, you know what I'm saying, we learning and we going to grow together.
And communicating.
I like you, Herbo, man. I like this guy,
you
man.
are like so like, I mean, just, I know people keep saying 24, and that's what I tell people all the time. You can learn from anybody at any age, because it's all about what they've seen, what they've been through, the wisdom. And another thing I noticed is that you say your parents are still together. They've been together.
To this day,
and so you actually had to this day. And you actually had a father in your household, like growing up. And a lot of kids who are dealing with PTSD or the type of PTSD that we're talking about, they don't necessarily have a father figure at all.
And that's that, not to cut you off, but that's kind of what helped me be a father, because seeing firsthand, I could learn from everything that my dad did that I liked and everything that he did that I didn't like.
Right.
So I didn't really run from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know certain times I looked at my dad a certain way because maybe he should have communicated things with my mom, or maybe he acted off emotion instead of out of being rational.
That's real.
So I looked at that, I took that into consideration, and that's what kind of helped me shape my co-parenting relationship with my son, mom, to be honest.
So you're also doing some other things for the kids in Chicago, like building a school?
Yeah.
What's up with this school?
We bought one of the, they closed down 50 CPS schools, and we bought one, Anthony Overton. We bought it cash. I partnered in it. It's independent. And it was really just trying to bring back that outlet to Chicago that was missing for so long, fill that void where kids really have a sense of unity, brotherhood, family, that they could go to outside of being in school. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these schools don't really give them that. You know what I'm saying? A lot, and you got to really take, especially from where I come from, a lot of kids, she just said, don't have fathers at home. A lot of kids don't have mothers. A lot of kids don't eat full home cooked meals when they get out of school.
That's a fact.
You know, so I come from that. I come from going to youth centers and, you know what I'm saying, having that in my community. My aunt
let's
was
start
one
a
of the-
challenge.
was one
All
of the
these rappers should buy schools.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
absolutely. I've been rapping for a long time, so it's like a lot of people probably had the opportunity to do the same thing that I'm doing in Chicago, but I feel like it was just important because when that was taken away from us, my friends started dying. Like, a lot of us started dying, going to jail.
And speaking of things being taken away, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to G Herbo, of course. I know you were really good friends with Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. That was like a brother to you. How did his death really affect G Herbo in the mental state and just moving forward as a rapper and as a man?
In a mental state, really is affecting me because we gotta like see everything for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Not really shy away from life and reality and what it's meant to be, what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, anxiety is real. PTSD is real. That's why he was on my track. That was why that was one of my most important songs on the album before my little brother met his demise, because it's really us focusing on the realities of what we put up against, you know what I'm saying, and self-medicating, and it's not just to be cool, you know, like that kid was fighting anxiety since the first day I met him, you know what I'm saying, and I'm no stranger to death, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, from my album cover to just my life, my fans that been with me on this journey, I'm no stranger to death, and I try to like, always tried to find reasoning or just find reasoning to be able to cope with it because I knew what I was up against. Being in the streets, when one of my homies died, I know somebody else gonna die because I'm in the streets. That's what we choose. And it's sad to say, but I was fully aware of my reality. With a death like Juice, I can't really like understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna live with it or find reasoning in it. You know what I'm saying? It's really just trying to be grateful and celebrate the time that I did have with him and being grateful that I was a part of his journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that kid did some legendary stuff that I think probably will never be done again, at least not in Chicago.
Right.
I feel you on that.
So just be a part of that. You gotta really like accept life for what it is, man, and be grateful for everything that you got. You know?
Do you think that your experiences and even with PTSD, do you think that in some ways it helps you love harder? Because we all love your relationship, and I've always been that type of girl who might, like, I don't know, I love it if a guy is quote unquote mean to everyone else, but I'm like, girl, he nice to me, girl. I don't know. Like, do you think it makes you love harder because you know to cherish?
It definitely make me love harder because I know what I had then versus what I have now and what I can't have if it's gone. Like I just was doing an interview earlier today on the phone and I'm saying like, I really used to not sleep. Like I get some of the best sleep ever being with my girl. I didn't used to sleep. I used to have nightmares like when I was a kid or even just growing up. Like I never, when I was, you know, when you were a kid before I really got in the streets and started being against some of the stuff I was against, I used to have nightmares about like little stuff. I never could picture myself really getting hurt or harmed. Like I started having nightmares about me dying. Like I didn't. Been in dreams, seeing people kill me in my dreams.
Jeez.
I don't have them dreams no more now that I sleep with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I got serenity and peace at home, but I know that I could tell the difference. Like I done had conversations with her. Like I don't even sleep when you ain't around. I might be in the studio.
Where's she at now?
She right there.
Oh, hey.
You over there in the corner all
I
quiet.
don't even sleep. I sleep in the studio fully clothed. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get comfortable when I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So you are right. It make you love harder and make you appreciate what you got. Because I'm tough. Like I'm tough.
Is he tough? Hey, girlfriend, is he tough? Is he really tough? You want to jump over here? You can jump over here and jump on the mic.
Nah, I am tough. Like, because I be feeling like I've been through so much messed up stuff. I feel like I could do without so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I probably made her feel like I could do without her. But I know I really can't, you know what I'm saying? And I be trying to let her know.
You know,
that,
like that.
I kind of feel like
He be like, no, Gina.
Hey, G Herbo, maybe I'm jumping the gun, but like the way you're confessing your love for your lady in this corner, I feel like you want to bring her on the air and like propose or something right now. Like if you want to go on one knee right now, we can make this a Quick and Diva
She know how I
exclusive.
feel,
This is a
man.
Quick and Diva exclusive,
She
ladies and
know how
gentlemen.
I
G Herbo
feel.
proposes to his lady live on the show. Like she's
He's like,
blushing
nah,
now.
not here.
Hey, G Herbo, come on, man. Look at her.
Yeah,
Look at her.
look.
She wants the ring
Who
today.
on the station, man?
Right,
we do that right
right.
here. Y'all gonna have to cash us all the way out.
Right, all the way out,
She
right?
blushing. We got her blushing.
Nah, but that's real though. It does make you like just cherish and love things. And I think, I guess what you're saying too, it's important for a girl or a woman to be a man's peace.
Yeah,
Facts.
because I sacrificed everything in my life for what I believe and for the streets. When I believed in the streets, I sacrificed my mother's love, my little sister's love. On holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, my birthdays, I was in the streets dancing with the devil, risking my life, risking my freedom. So when I didn't have that, or now that I got peace and like, you know what I'm saying?
Serenity.
Like, serenity, you want to keep that and you don't want to take it for granted. You want to let your significant other know, like, I didn't always have it. I put so much other stuff in before my happiness and my peace at home. So I don't never want to get that taken away from me.
Ladies, you hear that? Be your man's peace.
Be his
not
peace,
be his headache.
for real.
Ladies. Nah.
Because you guys are already out here fighting so much when y'all walk out the door.
You ain't never
know what I mean?
lied,
You don't want to come home and fight too. Like that just be the worst.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, G Herbo, of course, man, right here on the Quick and Diva show. Now, PTSD, pick up the album. The album's definitely amazing. I co-signed the
Appreciate
album,
it,
man.
man.
And I really like the
Appreciate
fact
that,
that
man.
you're being very honest on this album. It's not like you're a rapper that's trying to hide your emotions or the things that you've been through in your life. So PTSD, if anybody's fighting it right now, this album might be a coping mechanism to help you fight your anxiety and your depression. In a way other than self-medicating.
And deal with reality. The best way to do it is face your fears, lean toward them, lean towards your problems, and I feel like you will always reach heights that you never thought that you would reach before.
Hey, man, G
I'm so
Herbo
glad
right
that's
here
your
on the show,
message.
right?
That's what's up.
Hey, man, you really are a deep brother, man. In case somebody's not, of course, following you on social media, what's your Instagram and all that good stuff?
Instagram at No Limit Herbo, Twitter at G Herbo.
Hey, you heard it first right here, man. We appreciate you, sir. Support my guy, G Herbo.
Thank you.